Ever had your own invention stolen right out of your garage by the very people claiming to keep you safe? That's how my Minnesota winter saga started. No warning, no knock, just a cold morning and my snow-clearing robot Otto gone. Vanished like a breath in the blizzard. They said it was for safety. Then their president Karen commandeered him to clear her own driveway. She fined me when I pushed back, called me a threat for demanding answers. Funny thing about winter, it doesn't care about authority or who signs the fines. And neither do I. After 40 years fixing machines under fire, literally in war zones, and managing chaos on bases halfway around the globe, I thought I'd earned a quiet life. Bury my wife, buy a small house in a snow-wrapped Minnesota neighborhood, hunt for peace in that thick, heavy silence after a blizzard. It all looked so neat at first, houses in rows, sharp roofs, evergreens bowed under ice. The kind of order that tricks you into thinking everything's calm. Then the HOA packet showed up: paint color approvals, watt limits for holiday lights, strict sidewalk clearing deadlines. I signed, filed it away. I wasn't here to fight lawn wars, just wanted black coffee, a frosted window, the hum of wind through bare trees. But here winter's not a season, it's an occupation. The snow comes in waves, sticks around like an uninvited relative. By my third November of shoveling until my shoulders screamed, I'd had enough. So I did what I always do. I built a fix. Otto started his scavenged drone treads and a homemade aluminum scoop. Military LAR sensors for obstacle avoidance, a camera, a motor that purred, not roared. He played a 3-note chime when finished. Never flashy, just solid, reliable. The first time he rolled down my driveway, clearing a perfect swath, I felt something settle in my chest. For the first time in years, a quiet, real purpose. I let Otto help the neighbors Hanleys 2 doors down, found their walkway mysteriously cleared. Young mother with a stroller stopped wrestling with drifts at the mailbox. Kids watched him with their phones out, laughing when he played his chime. I didn't broadcast it. I just sent Otto further each week. Then Karen showed up. White SUV boots lined with fur, the whole sidewalk parting for her routine. She confronted me while Otto cleared the mailboxes. "You can't run that here," she said, not even making eye contact. Liability. She tossed me a smile that never touched her eyes, turned on her heel, and left. The next morning, a plastic-sleeved warning taped to my door: unauthorized device, possible fines. I snorted, crumpled it, kept sending Otto out. But warnings were just a warm-up. A week later, I came home, garage door wide open, Otto's dock, empty cables scattered like shed snakeskin. On my security feed, Karen flanked by 2 HOA goons, one with bolt cutters, one with a clipboard, marching up my drive. They moved like people who think rules are shields. Otto unplugged, hauled off without so much as a word, Karen directing with clipped gestures, her face smug as a cat in cream. It wasn't rage I felt then, it was colder, older, a calm clarity from another life. She hadn't asked. She'd just taken. What she didn't know, I never trust a single point of failure. I fired up the backup transmitter. A green dot pinged back. Otto was online, parked in Karen's driveway, battery at 92. "Gotcha," I whispered. Then went to the HOA meeting for the first time. Clubhouse stank of burnt coffee and fake flowers. Folding chairs, bored residents. Karen front and center, presiding like a discount queen. She droned about unauthorized devices, flashed a grainy pic of Otto clearing snow. "Safety insurance liability," she said. Mr. Hanley piped up, "That little machine saved my hips." Karen gave her ice smile. "Order must be maintained." I chimed in, "Better sensors than your SUV." Heads turned. Karen's eyes locked on me sharp. "We're not targeting individuals. This is about the community." "Funny," I said, "I built it to prevent slips on ice." The HOA left the sidewalks buried for 4 days. Low chuckles. Karen's cheeks colored, but she stayed on script. "Device secured for evaluation. Further use will mean fines." "Secured," I replied. "You mean stolen from my garage?" Her eyes narrowed. The treasurer coughed and Karen moved on mailbox flag colors as if nothing happened. That night, bourbon in hand, I watched Otto's logs. Karen using him to clear her own drive, laughing, even saying, "This thing is better than any service I've hired." Saved the video, sent it to Alan, code enforcement, son of my old CO. "Thought you'd find this interesting," I said. His reply: "She really thinks she can just take it. She already did. Let's teach her the difference. Days crawled by. I kept Otto quiet, logging everything Karen did. Her impatient gestures, her praise when he worked flawlessly, her bragging to friends about her new snow system. A $50 fine arrived for hostile conduct at the meeting. I added it to my growing evidence file. Met Alan in a greasy spoon diner. Gave him everything, video logs, bylaws. This isn't criminal, but it's definitely civil, he said. City hates HOAs acting like sovereign nations. I don't want headlines, I said, just for her to learn some things aren't hers to take. Give me a week, he said quietly. Paul, my neighbor, brought cookies. His wife baked them. We miss seeing your tank, he said, glancing at Karen's house. She's calling it a pilot program. Some folks believe her, but most are just waiting to see. That night I wrote a subtle new script for auto drift mode to activate during heavy snow when Karen was alone. Winter hit hard. Karen's arrogance grew paraded. Otto put cones out, conducted demonstrations. She claimed her driveway was the pilot program, told everyone the HOA had landed some grant. I kept quiet, but uploaded damning clips anonymously, her using Otto, her mocking me, her crowing. Now it's mine. No commentary, just, this is how our HOA tests community technology. It went viral. Karen doubled down through a public robot demo, her big reveal. Otto performed flawlessly. But when asked, did the HOA purchase this unit, she faltered. It's on loan. At the end, she muttered, should have taken it from that weirdo months ago. Otto played his chime, crowd went silent. Whispers started. By supper, every neighbor had seen the video. Snowbot gate trended. Karen hit Otto after that. Then came the blizzard, a real one. Power flickered, plows vanished, Karen's door buried under 6 feet. Neighbors begged for help in the HOA chat. She messaged me, please send the robot. I left it on red. Instead, I activated sentry mode. Otto parked by her steps, recording red lights on. Karen trapped. No harm, just consequence. I watched, finally at peace. For the first time since my wife died, the silence in my house felt full, not empty. The next morning, neighborhood was remade white blank except for the wall of snow at Karen's door. Otto rolled home on command, battered but sound. Karen's attempts to control him were routed to me now. When she tried again, Otto paraded down the street, rebuilt the wall in front of her house, neighbors watching, some laughing. Looks like modern art, they joked. By then, the videos had millions of views. Local news camped out. HOA was flooded with complaints. Whistleblowers leaked that Karen stole Otto to boost her own re-election. She resigned, no apology, just gone. The board fell apart. Paul became president, wiped my fines, returned Otto officially. They rewrote the bylaws, no more weaponized rules. Otto's route expanded, clearing paths for neighbors, no permission needed, just simple free help. The neighborhood changed little by little. Cookies and lemon bars on porches, orange flags for auto stops, kids waving, people talking again. Karen sold her house quietly. A young family moved in, new laughter, new life. And for me, I found peace not in triumph, but in small acts, each clear path, each neighbor's thanks. The real lesson, power built on fear crumbles, but kindness grows slow as spring after a hard freeze. Sometimes justice isn't loud, it's a gentle thaw, a path quietly cleared for everyone willing to walk it. So what do you think, was that justice karma, or just an old man who finally got tired of letting the bullies win? Where's the line between defending your rights and going too far? Ever had your own HOA drama or a neighbor cross the line? Drop your story below. I bet this street's not the only one where winter brought out the truth.